Good evening. Welcome back to the channel. Your host, Flywheels, here with our February 28th, 2025 affordable group break. A case of 1998 Pinnacle Inside. You might be looking here on the desk and thinking, hey, that's not what was advertised. Well, this is adjacent to what we are doing. Good evening, Hal. So we will have to get a little creative with the camera and my setup tonight for what we will be doing. But to aid us tonight in the opening, I was able to pick up this a couple of weeks ago. I've never seen this, but it is a promotional kit for 1998 Pinnacle Inside. It's a shame that when this was mailed to the person I bought it from, the seller just literally mailed it as is, so it got the priority mail stamp all over the box. But you can see on the other side, I'm sure it was. Yeah, there you go. 1997, April of 1997. So this went out yet prior to the product being released. Went to Kearney Enterprises. So, but what is inside, you may wonder. Hey, good evening, Rick. We have Dear Valued Hobby Dealer. Question: what is a can of corn? Answer: a baseball term for a high fly ball. Question: what is a can of cards? Answer: Pinnacle Inside Baseball. Innovation is what drives and grows every industry, and Pinnacle Brands Inc. is proud to announce the most revolutionary collectible ever to be introduced into the trading card industry. 1997 Pinnacle Baseball. Question: are the wrappers collectible? Answer: not unless it is the wrapper or collectible can for Pinnacle Inside Baseball. There are 24 different cans. Will the Inside Baseball can fit in a top load or 9-up sheet? Not yet. Do I open the can? Yes. And innovative dealers will suggest to collectors to buy 2 cans of each version. 1 to enjoy the cards. Yes, there are 10 collectible cards in every can. And 1 to save as a time capsule, quote unquote, in real mint condition. Question: how will the kids get these home while riding their bikes? Answer: they will figure out a way, or maybe even bring one of their back to the shop to handle that transaction. And mom or dad could represent a new customer for you to sell to. Collectors and baseball fans everywhere will be clamoring to put together their complete set of 24 very collectible cans, each can depicting one of baseball's very best players. Ted Creeder is the person who sent this. So this is cool that it's included, that they included this, just because this is something that you wouldn't always, the average fan wouldn't see. But this is what we've got. We've got a sample can of 97. Now we're doing 98 tonight, of course, but here is a sample can of 1997 Pinnacle Inside, which I've seen sample cards. I've never seen a sample can. And there's nothing inside. I'm not going to open it. But it'll find a place in my Not a big Ryan Klesko fan, but it will find a place in my Braves collection. So that's pretty cool, right? But also included is a Pinnacle Inside branded can opener. Nothing fancy. It's a standard can opener. But yeah. So this is what we'll be using tonight. I didn't thought about trying to bring the can opener from the kitchen up here, but I'm limited on my power outlets, so this will have to do. Victor says, can I put these cans in my binders? If you figure out a way to do that, Victor, share the pictures. Can't even in the camera, but it is sealed shipper. The only sports trading cards in a can. So we will go ahead and perforate this, open it up, and we'll get started. Okay, nice. So we've got the display box topper. Yep, we got a gold can. Check this out. We got one of the Chase cans. Now, for you guys that have been in the group for a while, you remember a couple of years ago, we did a handful of cans that I was able to pick up. I don't remember if they were 97 or 98. So this is definitely not the first time we've opened the inside product. All right, I'm going to move the camera just a little bit so I can get this off. I'll show you the what we got right here, and then of course you could take this and there is your Pinnacle inside display. Hopefully that showed up. I couldn't see it. So I'm going to move this over to my side desk and then we'll pull the cans out one by one and go through them that way. So get the camera back over here. Get this cord out of the way. Rick said, trying to recall the other can product that you broke a year or so ago. As I recall, the cans/tins were larger. Well, I had like 2 or 3 weeks in a row where we opened cards in unconventional packaging. I know we did some cans. I think we did some studio in the envelopes, the big 8x10s. And I want to say we did something else too. But yeah, I think it was 98 that we did last time. But I was a sucker for these. Me and my younger brother, we bought, I think we might have each bought a case of 24, but we didn't get it in the cardboard shipper. I think we just like found all the cans at a hobby shop or a flea market or something and bought them. And, I think we both at the time were kind of in a conundrum, like, do we open them or do we leave them? Are we going to get rich off of them one day? Just joking, of course, but I liked these. I thought this was a pretty cool thing. I can understand why it only lasted for 2 years because holy heck, these cans take up a lot of space. I've got a few Braves cans, but that's it. But this is your pack. So if your team that you selected has a can, it is included. It will be included in the price that you've paid for your team, of course. Now, if you've already got the can or you have no interest in the can, let me know, and I will just set them aside. But just keep in mind, it will add to your, to the shipping whenever you're ready to have your stack shipped. Now, I would be able to put some cards inside the can to consolidate some shipping a little bit. But if you want the can, it is your can. You paid for it. If you don't want the can because of shipping and whatnot, that's fine too. So we'll have to just settle up, so I know how to, when it comes time to sorting, you'll have to let me know. But real quick, we are chasing, there are 2 parallels in this set. There is the Club Edition, which is I believe, just a regular silver foil parallel. Those are 1 in 7. And then there's the Diamond Edition, which are 1 in 67. Those are much harder to find, and some of the players can bring some good money with those. The inside gold cans are 1 in 47, so you're not even guaranteed those. We did get one that will be unveiled shortly. We have stand-up guys inserts, which are 1 in 1. Those are 2 cards that have slots that you put them together like that, kind of. And then it has like 2 different players on it. Different, I'll give them that. And then there is a behind the numbers insert, 1 in 23. So we hopefully will get one of those. And those look pretty good from at least the images I was looking at on Trading Card Database. I'm not sure if I've ever seen one in. So do you want, should we open the can from the top where we've got the Pinnacle logo, or should we open from the bottom? I mean, it's pretty much the same. I do know that sometimes when we open these, the paint can get rubbed off a little bit. So put in the comments, guys, open from bottom or open from top. We'll go with the whatever the greatest consensus is for all 6 of you that are currently viewing. Good evening, Johnny. So I just saw you snuck in here. Oh, okay. I remember we did the Topps screenplays that are in the round 10s. That probably would made for a really boring video because I remember the paper protective film on them some of them were horribly stuck to the cards. But yeah, you're right. That's the I knew there was like a third product that we did. All right, Hal says bottom, Johnny says bottom, Rick says bottom. Hal says yes, but I think he's referring to the screenplays that I was just talking about. Yeah, I was thinking bottom too. So we'll go with the bottom. The Diamondbacks were really presented well in this set. They only had like 1 card, hence the super cheap buy-in price, but they do get a can. So if you missed it at the beginning, we have a promo, a press release or preview, whatever you want to call it, for Pinnacle 97 when the product debuted. So we've got this fancy can opener we will be using. And I will shut up and get started here. And now the cans are numbered on the inside, and that did pretty good. We didn't, couple little scuff marks there, but otherwise the can came out pretty good. All right, so here is our pack. We got a Ripken on the front, trivia on the back. So there is your design. I quite like this design. Pinnacle made some nice product in 98 before they went belly up. Of course, we did Pinnacle Plus not that long, 98 Pinnacle Plus not that long ago. So we've got a Ripken. There's your card backs. Stats are done a little bit different, but I like them. I think these are pretty cool. Got Garcia Parra for the Red Sox. Derek Lee for Marlins. This is one of the subsets guarding the lines. Got McGuire. Cardinals, Tino Martinez for the Yankees. Carlos Delgado for the Blue Jays. Here is one of the stand-ups. So we've got Sammy Sosa and Manny Ramirez. Oh, okay. It is more than two players. Well, okay, that's weird. So we got Expos and Cubs, and we've got Sammy's name. And then on the back, we've got the Rangers, Juan Gonzalez, but we also have Manny pictured here. So technically, We've got 4 different players. But I think it makes sense to go between the players that are actually named. So in this case, it would be Juan and Sammy. So those we'll have to divvy up at the random between those players. Homer Bush for the Yankees, Mike Piazza for the Dodgers, and Jose Guillen for the Buccos. And we got a trivia card. So Johnny with the H, he is our resident trivia guy. Which player during interleague play in 1997 went to the Minneapolis Target Center instead of the Metrodome, thinking the basketball arena was where his team was going to play the Twins? Was it A, Jeff Bagwell, B, Al Martin, or C, Reggie Sanders? Let you marinate on that. Our next can is Ben Grieve. And this is one of more of the regular cans. I love how they did the product facts, like the nutritional facts. I think that is awesome. Johnny says, seems like an Al Martin thing to do. Victor never heard of the story. Johnny says, didn't see Bagwell doing it. Collectability, 100% of the daily value. Top players, 100%. Inside info, 100%. Cool inserts, 100%. And all the other are serving sizes, 10 cards, and the serving per container is 1. And then you got your the odds for the inserts. All righty, can number 2. That's can number 16, and yeah, that one did good too. Joseph had the Oakland A's. Up on a cold one. I might need a Mountain Dew to keep me awake tonight. All right, for the Expos, Brad Fulmer. For the Mets, Todd Hundley. Rockies, Larry Walker and a Dante Bichette. For the Reds, Brett Tomko. Orioles, Roberto Alomar. Here is our stand-up guys. It looks like we got 2 Rockies on the front. Looks like Nefi Perez, and then we got Larry Walker. Okay, this is an all Rockies. And I think that's Ellis Burks and Dante Bichette. So that'll be an easy one. It's Rockies. Shannon Stewart for the Jays, Homer Bush, Yankees, Juan Gonzalez, the Rangers. And the trivia, by the way, was Al Martin. So Johnny with an H got that right. And then we've seen these before, the old Pinnacle screw downs that they offered. Next can, we have Mr. Tony Gwynn for the Padres. Yeah, Victor, I wonder how many how many kids were injured opening these. But this can is this can opener. Now this one did, yeah, this got a jagged piece. So I was going to say they've been opening pretty smooth. And this can opener is working good. It's not damaging the cans at all, really. All right, got a Andrew Jones on the front. Mark Kotze for the Fish. Nefi Perez, Rockies. Todd Walker, Twins. Chan-Ho Park for the Dodgers. Bobby Higginson, Tigers. Stand-up guys, we have Paul Molitor and Eddie Murray. And then there is a Cub and a Angels player. Got a working the count, Albert Bell. White Sox, Vlad Guerrero, Sr., the Expos, and a Blue Jays checklist, and another screw down ad. Good evening, Joseph. Well, even if you're not staying, we're glad you dropped by. All right, next can we have Juan Gonzalez for the Rangers. Yeah, I'm glad you got the can you were hoping for, Rick. See you, Joseph. Number 21. And when you look at the cards like this, the top of the stack looks like Michael Strahan. Looks like his smile. Got Frank Thomas for the Sox. Kevin Brown for the Marlins. Astros, Craig Biggio. Milwaukee Brewers, we have Anton Williamson. Livian Hernandez for the Marlins. And did we get our parallel? Club edition. So foil, and then the silver foil has been replaced with gold. Pretty sharp. I'll get that sleeved up in a second. Stand-up guys, we've got Charles Johnson for the Marlins and Javier Lopez for the Braves. I'll probably just end up giving that to the Marlins. Juan Gonzalez for the Rangers. Eric Young, Dodgers, and a chipper for the Braves, and another screw down ad. This was supposed to be my kind of low-key week at work, and yesterday and today were anything but low-key, so I'm tired. I am ready for the weekend. Next up, we have the captain, Derek Jeter. That's you, Victor, isn't it? Yep. So I will take care opening this. I couldn't stand Derek Jeter during his playing days. He's still not like my favorite former player, but I can respect him a little bit more and respect his game now that he is, not in his playing days. Jeter is can 15. Got another trivia. So I'll read it and then we'll go through the pack and then we'll go over the answer. What was Cal Ripken's primary position in high school? Was it A, pitcher, B, shortstop, C, third base, or D, second base? All right. Kenny Lofton for the Braves, Paul Molitor for the Twins, Justin Thompson, Tigers, Javier Lopez, Javi for the Braves, John Smoltz for the Braves, Tino Martinez for the Yankees. Stand-up guy, we have Griffey and Andrew Jones little cameo, an A-Rod cameo, and then a Frank Thomas. So it's really between Frank Thomas and Griffey on that one. Got a Bernard Gilkey for the Mets, Abraham Nunez for the Pirates, and a Wade Boggs. Actually, this goes to the Devil Rays. There's the Devil Rays logo on the back, if you don't believe. Easy on the Jeter negativity. No, we're all good now, like I said. I still don't like A-Rod, but Jeter's not too bad. All right, anybody want to take a guess on the trivia? Ripken's primary position in high school: pitcher, shortstop, third base, or second base? Hal has his guess in. Anybody else want to take a wild one? Hal says pitcher. Johnny says got to be short or pitcher. The answer was pitcher. Ripken was convinced he'd be drafted as a pitcher. All righty. Next can. And this is for tell you what, after tonight, I'm never going to want to open a can again. Number 13. Got a Jeff Kent for the the Giants. Right on the top. Followed by a Richie Sexson for the Indians. We have a Moises Alou, and he will go to the Astros. So Greg Maddux painting the corner. Todd Walker. Twins, Chan-Ho Park. Dodgers, we have a checklist, a common checklist, 1 through 99. Griffey. Bobby Higginson for the Tigers. Infield fly roll. Bagwell. Astros, stand-up guys. Pudge. It's between Pudge and Juan Gonzalez, so it solely belongs to the Rangers. Got Brian Jordan for the Redbirds, Jim Edmonds for the Yankees, Pedro for the Red Sox, and another trivia. Dun, 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 dun. Do the trivia, and then we'll get the next opened up. Which of the following pitchers went 4-0 in interleague play to lead all pitchers in wins? So this would have been, 97 season, I'm assuming. Was it A, Jamie Moyer, B, Justin Thompson, C, Brett Tomko, or D, Matt Morris? Which pitcher went 4-0 in interleague play? Moyer, Thompson, Tomko, or Morris? Next can I grab is for the Braves. Got a young, smiling Chipper Jones. Zipper is can number 2. All right, Johnny has a guess in with Matt Morris. Anybody else? 4-0 in interleague play. Jamie Moyer, Justin Thompson, Brett Tomko, or Matt Morris. So I'll give you the answer at the end of this pack. I have Andy Pettit for the Yankees. First we've seen of him. Lofton, Justin Thompson, Tony Gwynn, Bernie Williams. There you go, Victor. A-Rod for the Mariners. Stand-up guys, we have Nomo and Randy Johnson. Scott Rowland for Philly. Shannon Stewart, Homer Bush. So it's a smaller set. I think it's just 150 cards, so should see some doubles. All righty. Matt Morris was what? He's the only one playing the game. And is he correct? Survey says it was C. Brett Tomko went 4-0 in interleague play to lead all pitchers and wins. So how you like them apples? All righty. So we had a Yankee can, so it makes sense that we have a Red Sox can. Mr. Omar Garcia Parra, AL Rookie of the Year. Let's see. Roy Galloway took home the Red Sox. Can number 17. Got a White Sox Robin Ventura on the top. We also have Andres Galarraga going to the Braves. Mike Cameron, White Sox. Another Gwynn. Another Bernie. Another A-Rod. Stand-up guys, we have Frank Thomas and Ken Griffey. I think that's the same one we already had. Mark McGuire. Bernard Gilkey for the Mets. Nunez. And a screw down. But we do have another trivia card. Hey, Denny. Where's the electric can opener? I thought I was the only Amish guy around here. Well, this isn't just any manual can opener, Denny. It's a fancy Pinnacle branded can opener. So it's like I've wanted to open this case. I wanted to purchase this case to open for quite some time, and I was just like crossing my fingers it would still be available when I was ready to purchase it. But then I came across the promo kit with the can opener several weeks, over a month ago. And I knew I was going to get this, or at least I hoped I was going to get the case. So I went ahead and kind of splurged a little bit on the can opener just for tonight. So y'all should feel special. All righty. For Rick and his Dodgers, we've got a Nomo can. Nomo. But don't worry, we have more. It's not Nomo cans. It's a Hideo Nomo can. Okay. I'll stick to opening cans and leave the jokes to somebody else. It's illegal to open these without an official Pinnacle opener. This is can 14. about to say, do we not have a stand-up guy? But yep, it's there. The gap is there. All right. Brady Anderson for the Orioles. Frank Thomas. White Sox got a Sammy Sosa hitting the cutoff. Bobby Abreu for Philly. Traded to Philly. Darren Erstad. Angels. Rusty Greer for the Rangers. Stand-up guys, we have Greg Maddux and Andrew Jones. Sandy Alomar Jr. for the Tribe. Wilton Guerrero for the Dodgers. And Paul Konerko for the Dodgers. All right, next trivia. You can think about this as we get the next can ready to go. Which of the following, this is easy. Which of the following Dodgers was not the National League Rookie of the Year? Was it A, Ramon Martinez, B, Hideo Nomo, C, Raul Mondesi, or D, Todd Hollinsworth? Not the NL Rookie of the Year. What Dodger was not NL Rookie of the Year? Ramon Martinez, Hideo Nomo, Raul Mondesi, or Todd Hollinsworth? Next up, we're going up north to our, I don't know, are they still our friends in Canada? I don't know. Blue Jays, we got Mr. Roger Clemens, the Rocket. Or was he a BB gun by this time in his career? I don't know. $19. Ramon. And Ramon were the guesses. And survey says you are correct. It was a Ramon Martinez. All righty, next up. We got something in here. Something die cut, it looks like. Y'all like die cut cards? Mark Kotze, Richard Delgado, Matt Morris for the Cardinals. I'm going to try to slide this to the back of the stack. Stand-up guys is Jeff Bagwell and Frank Thomas. Got a Chuck Knobloch for the Twins. We have a Todd Helton for the Rockies. Charles Johnson. We got another trivia that we'll do. And our insert behind the numbers, Roger Clemens. So it is die cut there, if you can tell there. Again, I don't think I've seen one of these in person before, but pretty nice. I think Chipper's in this set. I'm going to have to chase him down. And have we got? I was just wondering if we had a match yet. of these stand-up guys where I could put one together, show you what they look like, but I don't think we do yet. Doesn't look like it. Next up, another Braves. This time it is Mr. Greg Maddux. Oh man, dented. Look at that, dented. Man, we should get this one for half price. One in the movie Big Daddy, when Adam Sandler was showing the kid in the grocery store, they were throwing the cans on the ground to dent them, get them cheaper. Looks like our cards are okay, but we definitely have a dent. It's not the thickest metal, so I was able to push it out some, but there's also like a line on there. So this can, I don't believe, will stay in the collection. Unrigged. Oh, that's a first. Worst noise I've heard on YouTube since I accidentally clicked on a Katy Perry video. Hilgado, Rafael Palmeiro for the Orioles, Bobby Estalella, Philly, got another Lopez and Smoltz, Bear Larkin. I think that's the first one of the Reds we've seen, or at least of him. Stand-up guys, we have Will Clark and a Rusty Greer. Another Wade Boggs, Scott Rowland, Shannon Stewart. We got another one of those, and first time we've seen a Team Pinnacle. Man, though, would you be pissed if you paid $29.95 for a year-long membership and the company goes bankrupt the same year? Let's see. What did you get for $30? You got 3 10-card sets, each one each of the hottest players in football, baseball, and hockey. You had 3 Team Pinnacle exclusive collectible coins, Elway, Favre, and Barry Sanders. You got a Team Pinnacle t-shirt, a Pinnacle Lucite card holder, and oh my gosh, there's a typo. It says for displaying, DIPLAYING, displaying your favorite Pinnacle card. There's Team Pinnacle membership card, Team Pinnacle storage box for holding your collection. Have you ever seen the rookie card cans from 77 and 78? Nope, don't think I've seen those, Hal. All right, the can that we just opened is basically our halfway point. But we shall continue. Next up, we have a Orioles can, and you got to know who's on this can. The Iron Man himself. Yeah, for what you got for $30, that wasn't horrible. Just timing of it. Ripken is number 7. Oh, RC Cola cans. Gotcha. Let's see. Shows my age. Though I did love a good RC back in the day. We got Bobby again. There's a Ripken. Followed by Brady Anderson, Chan-Ho Park. Another common checklist. Another Higginson. Stand-up guys. Looks like we've got Ripken and Chipper. Good combo. Another Vlad. Another Mark McGuire. And Bernard Gilkey. Another next can is, I think, our first Phillies player. And it is none other than Mr. Scott Rowland, the National League Rookie of the Year. I know what soda Denny drinks. It's got to be a Moxie. That stuff is gross. Roland is number 25. Got some more trivia. You've never had a Moxie? All right, this weekend, that's your homework, Denny. Get on your horse and buggy and find the nearest convenience store and get you a Moxie. And then report back next week. All right, next up we got Mr. Kenny Lofton, Oral Hershiser, and that will go to the Giants. Another Anderson, Brett Tomko, Bichette, Roberto Alomar, stand-up guys, Jeter, looking all excited there, and Bernie Williams. Have an Alan Benez for the Cardinals, Jay Buhner for the Mariners. Got a Garcia Parra and another trivia, which just gave away the answer if you saw that. But speaking of trivia, let's do the next one that I have lined up here. Which of the following catchers has the highest batting average after their first 5 seasons? Which catcher has the highest batting average after the first 5 seasons? Is it A, Mike Piazza, B, Roy Campanella, C, Johnny Bench, or D, Yogi Berra? Piazza, Campanella, Bench, or Berra, Yogi Berra? Highest batting average after the first 5 seasons. Here is another special can, the inaugural season of the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. So these are pretty cool. Mr. Ben Martin got the Devil Rays, I believe, for Fred McGriff. Would be my guess of why he picked them. That is can number 28. Frank to start off this pack. All right, so we got a guess for Bench, a guess for Piazza, a guess for Berra, and a guess for Campanella. So they've not checked the answer yet. Wow. Survey says Mr. Rick is correct. A, Mike Piazza. by a good 40 points over his competition. So congrats. Frank Thomas got a Sosa. Jeff Kent for the Giants. Here's there's a Griffey, but it's not the common checklist that we've seen. Jeremy Gonzalez for the Cubbies. Another Matt Morris. Stand-up guys, we have Ellis Burks and Nefi Perez, so I think we can build that one. Albert Bell for the White Sox. Chuck Knobloch. There's a Derek Jeter. Hit and run. So if you're not familiar with these, the players they're numbered. So this is card 10, and this is A and B, and then we've got C and D. And then you just simply X marks the spot. So now you've got a Nefi Perez. You've got a Larry Walker. And you've got Ellis Burks. And you've got Dante Bichette. And they're all scissoring each other. All right, next up, we've got a National League can. National League MVP, Mr. Larry Walker for the Rockies. Unfortunately, out of the box, we do have a little bit of scratch. It's not really a scratch, but the paint did come off a little bit. So bummer on that, but otherwise a pretty nice looking MVP can of Mr. Larry Walker. I bet you Johnny with an H already had this can in his Rockies collection. Number 23. The damage is like a broken Christmas tree. Just turn it towards the back. Yeah, Ben, I agree with you. We did mint. We did a box of mint runtime, didn't we? Brad Vollmer for the Expos. Todd Hundley. There's Larry Walker. Darren Erstad. Rusty Greer. A lot of dupes. Checklist Griffey. Stand-up guys, we have Manny and Vlad. There's the regular Will Clark. Johnny Damon for the Royals. Desi Relaford for the Philly. And another trivia, which we'll get to shortly. For the Chi Sox, Mr. Chad Butler took those. So if he chooses, he gets a Frank Thomas can. A Big Hurt can. You did not have that can already, Johnny. Well, that's good. I may run out to Walmart and buy some of the little 6x6 shipping boxes. I think those will work good for shipping these cans with everybody's stacks. So that is number 27. Still have 8 cans to go. I'd love to see a Diamond Edition parallel. Next up, we got Ripken. We have Pettit, Lofton, Lou Collier for the Pirates. I think it's the first one we've seen of him. Todd Green, Angels. Stand-up guys, we have Clemens and Greg Maddux. Miguel Tejada for the A's. Scott Spezio for the A's. And Sammy Sosa. For the Expos, you know who's going to be on here. Mr. Vlad Sr. That's pretty cool. Just noticed he had a pen in his hand and a baseball, so. Number 10. And we got more trivia. What was Vidro's, what was his rookie, Victor? Frank Thomas can needs a scan for trading card database. Good luck. I didn't even think to look at the checklist to see. I know they want scans over photos, but seriously, how are you supposed to scan a can? Paul Molitor for the Twins. Justin Thompson for the Tigers. Ryan McGuire for the Expos. Gary Sheffield for the Marlins. At least they're getting some new cards. Got a Mariano Rivera. Looks like we do have a parallel. So we'll skip to the back. Stand-up guys, we got McGuire and Bagwell. Roger Clemens for Toronto. Jason Giambi for the A's. Todd Hundley, Mets. Club edition, Jose Cruz Jr. for Toronto. Well, I guess they all can't be winners. Okay, most of the ones scanned our photos. Okay. Well, maybe I'll help them. I don't know. I have to be in the right mood to want to scan all that stuff. All right, we got some more trivia. Let's do some trivia while I prep the next one. All right, besides Barry Bonds, Joe Carter, and Fred McGriff, who is the only player to hit at least 20 home runs in every season in the 90s? A, Harold Baines, B, Ken Griffey Jr., C, Jeff Bagwell, or D, Matt Williams? So it looks like 4 players did it, hit at least 20 home runs in every season in the 1990s. Baines, Griffey, Bagwell, or Matt Williams? Next up, we have a Mariners can, and it is the Kid. All right, we have a vote for Williams, 1 for Junior, 2 for Junior, 2 for Bagwell. No love for Harold Baines, guys? Griffey is number 8. All right. Before we get to the pack, the answer is D. Matt Williams. Ben Morris with the correct guess there. That's cool with the trivia. And here I thought this would be a boring break. Between my jokes and the trivia and some cool cards, we're rocking and rolling. All right, Walker. Hey, there's a Pudge for the aforementioned Mr. Morris. Richie Sexton, another Gwen, another Bernie, another A-Rod. Stand-up guys, we got Kenny Lofton and Ken Griffey Jr. For the Pirates, we have Jason Kendall, Todd Helton, Charles Johnson, for the Cardinals, Big Mac. Big Mac in a can. I wonder if the special sauce is all dried up. Number 9. More trivia. More trivia. Jacob Cruz, San Fran. I believe that's the first appearance of him. Sean Estes. Hey, it's a batting pitcher card. Reggie Sanders for the Reds. Tony Womack for the Pirates. This is going to be a pack of all new cards. Edgar Martinez, Seattle. Jeff Bagwell for the Astros. Stand-up guys is card number 1 in the set. A and B, Griffey and Ripken. McGuire, Gilkey, Nunez. Okay, so I jinxed myself. New on the front, dupes in the back. Next trivia, because we are only down to the last 5 cans. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, we already had that one. That was the Ripken. All right. Rick, if you are still here. What basketball team drafted Tony Gwynn when he came out of college? Okay, this is new to me. I did not know this. What basketball team drafted Tony Gwynn when he came out of college? Was it A, the Sacramento Kings, B, San Diego Clippers, C, the Indiana Pacers, or D, the Boston Celtics? Y'all on this one tonight. The Pelicans. Oh, Danny. Go back to churning your butter. Clippers. That would be correct, guys. It says, no surprise here. Gwen went to San Diego State. I did not know he was drafted. All right, next up, another Braves can. This time it is Andrew, the other Jones. Andrew Jones. $26. And we have the other Jones on the top of the pack. And we have another trivia. So Chipper Kevin Ory for the Cubs stand-up guys checklist is Mr. Larry Walker, Hideo Nomo, Jeter, Ray Langford for the Cardinals. Stand-up guys, we have Ricky Henderson and Ryan Sandberg. We have a Raul Ibanez for the Mariners, Bobby Bowe for the Marlins, Greg Maddux for the Braves. Dave Winfield was another Hall of Famer drafted in the NBA. Anyone know his team? Didn't even know he was drafted, Johnny, so I wouldn't have a clue. I remember Danny Ainge kind of going the other way around, was drafted for Raptors. Oh, Danny. Atlanta Hawks. The Blue Jays, Jose Cruz Jr. I'm sure you all know the Atlanta Braves pitcher that was drafted by the Kings. Jose is can number 5. All right, trivia time. Phil Negro. Name the last person before Frank Thomas to win back-to-back MVP awards. A. Dale Murphy, B. Roger Maris, C. Barry Bonds, or D. Mike Schmidt. Last player after Frank Thomas to win back-to-back MVP awards. Dale Murphy, Roger Maris, Barry Bonds, Mike Schmidt. All right, next up we have Jeff Abbott for the White Sox. We have Ventura for the Sox, Jarrett Wright, Garrett Anderson for the Angels, Glendon Rush for the Royals, David Justice for the Tribe. Stand-up guys, we have Nomo and Johnson, Sandy Alomar Jr., Wilton Guerrero, and Brian Jordan. Answer. Let's see. Yes, Rick, you were right with Tom Clavin. Johnny says Bonds. Hal says Schmidt. Denny is not even close. And the answer, survey says C, Barry Bonds. All of these players won back-to-back MVPs. Bonds did it most recently, though, in 92 and 93. Victor says, but didn't any of those guys have a video game like Frank Thomas? All right, so bonus points, Victor, putting you on the spot. What was the name of Frank Thomas's baseball video game? What was the official name of the game? Got another Braves, another Jones, another Chipper. Big Hurt Baseball, you are correct. I had that on the Sega Saturn. Actually, yeah, I sold it. last summer when I sold a big chunk of my game collection. Not that it's expensive, but it was a pretty good baseball game. Never had it growing up, so you played it a lot more than I did. Andres Galarraga for the Braves. Mike Cameron. Joe Randa for the Tigers. There's Mr. Barry Bonds. Griffey. Cruz. Stand-up guys. We have Andrew Jones and A-Rod. Canerco. Edmonds. Pedro. And another Pinnacle. Club Pinnacle, whatever. He didn't have his own game, but Barry Bonds had the coolest aliases in every baseball game. Love the 90s baseball games. Ooh, we got some dead bugs in the bottom corner of this tray. Need to clean that up. All righty, our second to last can is for the Mariners, and it's A-Rod. Number 12. Before we do this, we got another trivia. Nope, that is one we just did. All right. These two players were signed as teenagers and were teammates throughout most of their minor league career. Was it A, Larry Walker and John Wetland? Was it B, Sammy Sosa and Juan Gonzalez? Was it C, Rafael Palmeiro and Greg Maddux? Or D, Ken Griffey Jr. and Randy Johnson? Signed as teenagers teammates throughout most of their minor league career. Walker and Wetland, Sosa and Gonzalez, Palmeiro and Maddux, Griffey and Randy Johnson. Got a guess for Larry Walker and John Wetland. We've got 3 for Sosa and Gonzalez, and 1 and okay, Rick did his twice. Survey says it was Sosa and Gonzalez, so B. Hey, Denny got it right. Palmeiro and Maddux were together in the Cubs chain, but Palmeiro wasn't a teenager when he was signed. All right, we got Mr. Raul Mondesi looking mighty happy. Got a Mark Grace for the Cubbies. Fernando Tatis for the Rangers. Got Charles Johnson. We got another behind the numbers. We're only supposed to get one of those. Scott Rowland and Nomar Garciaparra as the stand-up guys. Then we got Mr. Randy Johnson for the Mariners. Eduardo Alfonso for the Mets. Pokey Reese, the Reds. So Bobby Abreu and, oh darn, Ben Grieve. No offense to Athletic fans or Grieve fans, but I was hoping we'd get a little nicer since it was essentially a bonus. All right, Victor. Well, you know how it goes. When you make a suggestion, you become captain of that. So you're in charge of trivia. That's crazy, though, to get two behind the numbers. Not the greatest, but what those were 1 in 23 cans, and this is just a case of 24. These also came in a different configuration. This was the smallest at 24. All right, we are down to our last can, and if you remember, we had a gold can, which were 1 in 47. So we beat the odds two ways. We beat the odds with two behind the numbers inserts. And if these already have scans, if someone wants to check and let me know, if these have scans, I'm going to go and throw them in a top loader so they don't get damaged. Because you're right, whoever mentioned about the die cuts being a little more prone to damage, I'll throw those in top loaders if they don't need scans. But our gold can, so we beat the odds with our gold can. And go ahead, Denny. Go ahead. Let's hear it. Okay, it's Maddox. I would have preferred a chipper, but hey, it's Maddox. All the behind the numbers are scanned. I figured they would be. Well, see, this is just to make up for the dented Maddox can, the silver, the regular can. Now, this one I almost don't want to open, but that would not be fair. Oh, thanks for checking, Ben. The Clark Club Edition needs a scan. Justice for the damaged can. Right. Trivia, though. Mike Musina has a degree in economics from which prestigious university? A. Stanford, B. Texas, C. Yale, D. Seton Hall. Messina has a degree in economics from which university? Stanford, Texas, Yale, or Seton Hall? Last pack, guys. Are we going to have any last pack magic tonight? We have the last couple of weeks. We have Frank. Kevin Brown goes to the Padres. Garcia Parra. Langford. Collier. Green. Stand-up guys. We have Paul Mero and Roberto Alomar. Spezio, Sosa, and Vlad. Victor says, I should know this. Michael K. loved talking about it when Messina was a Yankee. So we've got guesses for Stanford. We have guesses for Yale. You want to take a guess, Victor? We got one more trivia. And then we will do a kind of a quick recap. Should have been a special gold card inserted in a gold can. That would have been cool. Stanford, Yale, and okay, those are the guesses, Stanford and Yale. So we've ruled out Texas and Seton Hall. That would be correct. It is down between Stanford and Yale, and the correct answer, survey says A, Stanford. So congratulations, Johnny and Rick. Now, did y'all know that? Did you Google it? Or did you just take a guess? All right, so got a big old stack of cards. Good bit of dupes, unfortunately. And no Tim Salmon. I just realized that. I took the Angels because I really wanted a Tim Salmon, and we didn't get anything. Boo. But our parallels. So unfortunately, we did not find one of the dot editions, which was a little bit of a long shot, but got a club edition, Jose Cruz Jr. and Will Clark. We got a nice mix of the stand-up guys, which you put these in a non-pocket page and they don't look all that cool. But when you get them put together, yeah, that's kind of cool. That'd be a fun little like desk card. But essentially, they will, well, if like this is an all Orioles card, so obviously that goes to the Orioles. But here, where we've got, I'm going to go by the player's name, so this will be between the Phillies and the Red Sox. So what I'll have to do is I'll have to random those between those two teams. Those will be done off camera, but we may have some dupes of some of these as well. And if that's the case, both players will get it. But yeah, these are fun little cards. Was there an Astros can, or were they 90% Braves? Check the checklist on Trading Card Database. I don't know if Houston had a can in the set or not. I can't even remember how many cans were in the set. But if somebody is dead set on a Braves can, I'll be happy to send you the dented Maddox. All right. Before we finish up, in the last inside trivia we have for tonight, at what renowned high school program did Alex Rodriguez rise to prominence? Was it A, Westminster Christian in Florida? Was it B, Scottsdale Chaparral in Arizona? Port St. Lucie High in Florida? Or Immaculata High in New Jersey? So Westminster, Scottsdale, Port St. Lucie, or Immaculata? Yeah, Bagwell might have had a can, but honestly, I don't know. All right, we have two guesses for A, Westminster Christian. Victor has a question mark above his head. I can see it. Rick guessed one of the Florida schools. There are two, Westminster and Port St. Lucie. And everybody else is asleep. Actually, it says we only got two people, so we've lost some viewers. And we have two Two correct. As the answer is a Westminster Christian in Florida. So congratulations, Rick and Denny. Actually, three of you won. Johnny, Denny, and Rick. Well, thank you guys for hanging out with me and my fancy Pinnacle Inside can opener. I guess I can retire this one at least for a while. But I will take the trivia cards and all the other assorted little advertisement cards, and I'll sprinkle those between everybody's stacks. Oh yeah, forgot on the recap. The numbers we had Clemens and Grieve. So there you go. Yeah, I was hoping the there would be enough interest in the Pinnacle Inside. You know, definitely not something that you see every day. And I mean, I see the cans all the time, but this is the first that I've seen a case, and I didn't think it was priced too terribly bad, so went ahead and pulled the trigger on it. So glad you guys enjoyed that. I do not know what I'm going to do next. I thought I might be driving by my little honey hole tomorrow, but it turns out our plans have changed, and I will not be headed north. So I will pick one of the two things. Actually, I've got a third thing too that will be completely different. I'm not going to say anything else about it, but it will be a completely different sign up process than I've ever done. So we'll have I have that to do. I don't know when yet. I might just kind of hold on to it, and if I hit a dry spell and I don't have any other product. Johnny says slightly off topic here, but it fits with last week. Victor, WWE Chrome. I can't pull the trigger on a $30 blaster of that stuff. I want to open it so bad. I've been I'm PCing my guy, our truth, and Adriana Rizzo from Select, which thank you for helping me with one of those cards. But yeah, I'm doing I'm picking up the singles for our truth, and I love them. They are beautiful. Now this is the same image that Panini used, so they got lazy with our truth. But I love these, but I just can't pull the trigger on the boxes. PBA bowling cards. Now that would be fun. Amish pinup girl cards. Well, I did have the packs of the cheerleader cards. Was that not good enough? All right, guys. Well, thank you again. I will probably reach out to everyone who had a can in this break, and just to see if you want the can. And again, I don't care either way. If you want it, great. If not, they'll probably end up getting donated. But if you do, that's fine. And depending on how big your stack is, I may go ahead and see if you would like me to ship. So I'm not sitting on 24 cans or however many it is. But yeah, stick around. We'll keep going. As long as y'all keep staying interested, we'll keep going. So I'll figure out something for next week. Probably signups will go up Monday or Tuesday. I'll figure it out. But thanks again. Have a great weekend. Starting a new month tomorrow. So enjoy, and we will catch you here hopefully next week. Until then, you guys have a great one. Thank you.